We live in constant motion, running toward the future, dragging the weight of the past. Our mind rarely sits in the chair of the present. It's either replaying what we wish we had done differently or rehearsing a future that may never come. The Stoics saw this as one of the greatest thieves of life. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You live as if you had 1,000 years to spare, but the present is slipping away. And yet, this present moment is the only place we can act, the only time we can love, the only moment we can change anything. When you live anchored in the now, you stop being a prisoner of time. Regret loosens its grip, anxiety loses its teeth, and life becomes lighter. But living in the present isn't about ignoring the past or denying the future. It's about refusing to be ruled by them. Today, we'll explore 6 Stoic habits to bring you back to this moment. Simple practices that train your mind to be here, fully, even when the world tries to scatter your attention. Because the past is gone, the future is not yours yet, and peace is only possible right now. So take a breath, let the noise fade, and let's step into the present. Together. Part 1. Start your day by owning your first moments. How you meet the morning often decides how you meet the day. Most people open their eyes and immediately hand their mind to the world. The phone lights up, notifications call, the news pours in, and just like that, their peace is outsourced before breakfast. The Stoic starts differently. Before Marcus Aurelius stepped into the chaos of Rome, he spoke to himself. When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, "Today I will meet people who are meddling, ungrateful, arrogant." It was not pessimism. It was preparation. Your first moments each day are a sacred gate. They set the tone for your mind. If you let the world rush in, you will be pulled in 100 directions before you take your first deep breath. Instead, take ownership. Sit in silence for 5 minutes. Breathe slowly. Recall what truly matters today, not just what is urgent. Ask yourself, if I could only do one thing today that truly mattered, what would it be? How do I want to carry myself no matter what happens? By claiming your first moments, you tell the day, "I live on my terms." And when you begin anchored, the storms outside can't sweep you away. Part 2. Notice what's here, not what's missing. The mind has a habit. It scans for what's wrong, what's lacking, what's next. It races ahead to futures that may never happen, or rewinds to replay regrets that cannot be changed. This is the root of much suffering. We miss what is, because we are chasing what isn't. The Stoics trained their minds to reverse this. Instead of obsessing over what's absent, they gave their attention to what was already present, and already enough. Epictetus reminded, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." The practice is simple, but not easy. Wherever you are, look for the ordinary miracles, the way sunlight falls on your desk, the quiet weight of your breath moving in and out, the presence of someone who still cares enough to call. When you shift your lens to what is, you begin to see abundance in places you once saw scarcity. You stop measuring life by what you haven't yet achieved and start living in the richness of this very moment. Gratitude isn't just a feeling, it's a discipline. It anchors you in now. It silences the endless when and if and replaces them with here and enough. And in that shift, peace becomes possible. Part 3. Accept what you cannot control. Much of our restlessness comes from wrestling with reality, trying to bend the world to our will, demanding that people act as we expect or that life unfolds exactly as we planned. But the Stoics knew. This is a battle you cannot win. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Acceptance is not surrender. It's clarity. It's seeing the boundary between what's yours to shape and what's not. When a storm comes, you can't stop the wind, but you can close the windows. When someone criticizes you, you can't control their words, but you can control your reaction. The practice is to pause and ask, is this within my influence? Or is this the weather of life passing through? If it's within your influence, act with courage. If it's not, release it with grace. This is how you stay in the present, by not dragging the weight of uncontrollable events into your inner world. Because the more you try to control what's outside, the more you lose control of what's inside. And peace, the Stoics remind us, is not found in mastering the world, but in mastering your response to it. Part 4. Slow down to truly see. Most people rush through life as if speed itself were the goal, measuring worth by how much they do, how fast they achieve, how quickly they move to the next thing. But the Stoic understands. A life hurried is a life half-lived. Seneca warned, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." When you slow down, the world reveals details you missed. The warmth in a friend's voice, the quiet courage in your own breath, the small joy of sunlight breaking through the clouds. Slowness is not laziness, it's depth. It's refusing to let your days blur together in the name of productivity. Ask yourself, am I actually living this moment? Or am I rushing toward a future I haven't even defined? Slow down enough to taste your coffee instead of just drinking it. Slow down enough to listen, not just wait for your turn to speak. Slow down enough to see that this moment, right now, is the only place life truly exists. In stillness, clarity comes. And with clarity, the present becomes not just something you pass through, but something you inhabit. Because when you truly see, you stop chasing the illusion of more and start cherishing the enough that is already here. Part 5. Release the illusion of control. One of the greatest thieves of peace is the belief that you can control everything. We plan, we predict, we push. And when reality refuses to follow, frustration rises. The Stoic doesn't fight reality. He works with it, because he knows the world owes him nothing. Epictetus said, "Some things are in our control, and others are not." This truth is simple, but it will set you free. Think about it. You cannot control the weather, the traffic, or the words that come from another's mouth. But you can control how you respond. Most suffering is not caused by the event itself, but by our resistance to it. We argue with reality instead of adjusting to it. What if, instead of forcing outcomes, you focused on showing up as your best self and allowed life to unfold on its own terms? This is not passive surrender. It's active wisdom. It's choosing to put your full energy where it matters. Your actions, your attitude, your character. When you release the illusion of control, you stop living in constant tension. You move through life lighter, more open, and paradoxically, more powerful. Because peace comes, not from making the world obey you, but from mastering yourself within it. Part 6. Savor the small. Let the moment be enough. In the chase for more, We forget what's already here. We pass the quiet beauty of an ordinary morning, the warmth of a cup in our hands, the laugh of someone we love, because our mind is already racing to what's next. The Stoic reminds himself, this moment will not return. No matter how mundane it seems now, one day you will wish to stand in it again. Seneca wrote, "We are always complaining that our days are few, and acting as though there will be no end to them. To live in the now is to notice, not to rush past, not to demand more from it, but to let it be enough. Ask yourself, did I truly taste this moment? Did I listen fully when they spoke? Did I breathe deeply and feel alive here?" Peace is rarely found in the grand milestones. It hides in the small pauses, the in-between moments, the seemingly nothing seconds that are, in truth, everything. When you learn to savor these, you no longer wait for happiness in the future. You experience it fully now. Because the present moment isn't just where life happens, it is life. We spend so much of our lives waiting for the weekend, for the next promotion, for some future moment when life will finally begin. But the Stoic knows life is already here. It's not hiding in the next milestone. It's breathing beside you in this very second you're hearing my voice. If you take one thing from today, let it be this. Stop postponing your peace. Stop bargaining with the present. Live it now, because once this moment passes, it will never return. And if today's conversation stirred something in you, if it reminded you that life is not out there, but right here, then don't let it fade. Stay on this path with me. Subscribe to the channel. So the next time your mind starts wandering to, what's next? You'll have a reminder waiting. To breathe, to notice, to live now. And if you're ready to go deeper, the next video will take this even further, into how Stoicism can anchor you through chaos. Life is happening, let's live it, together.